And I did this while the Jussie Smollett, or whatever his name is, situation was going on. Which, by the way, I've watched several seasons of Empire, so I knew who he was. And I always got this vibe that he was playing himself. He wasn't playing a character. But it was funny because there's so many parts of the story that are wrong, that are easy, that are bigoted. So if you are a bigot, what happens is that, this is why I don't like racist, is you have a perception of people that's not accurate, that's not real, that's not informed by an actual real reason. So that's, like I said, that's why I've always said racism is low IQ. Well, for example, if you're a fighter or you've ever been in a fight and you're a male, you knew that the Jussie thing was wrong because he said he got punched, right? And then he punched back, he fought back. That couldn't have happened, especially if they put you in a noose. I heard something about there being bleach in a hot sauce bottle. I mean, that's also weird. Most hot sauce bottles have an anti-drip thing where you can't put any new liquid in. I mean, there's so many things. So, but how political consultants and political journalists knew that it was a fake story is he said this was MAGA country. Okay? It couldn't have been MAGA country. People, if you've studied any political campaigns, during the modern era, what we've done for South Carolina, Iowa, and New Hampshire is campaigns call it blank country. So Iowa would be called Iowa is Romney country, Iowa is McCain country, Iowa's Carter country, Iowa's Reagan country. What it does is it associates your name ID with the locality that it's not with. And that's what they do. That's what political campaigns engineer. And then the political journalists, the following day after these first in the nation primaries, so you have the first caucus, the first primary, and then you have the first in the South. What they do is the newspapers then run a headline saying, blah, blah, blah is blank country. And it's the person's name. It's never the slogan. The slogans are in flux. And so, for example, Romney's slogan was Believe in America Again, or You Built This. You wouldn't call it Believe in America Country. No more than you would call it Make America Great Again Country. The country is in the name of the slogan. And so that's how I knew it was fake right away, was, nobody, and then a lot of people who study the metrics know, from TV ratings, nobody, black people watch Empire. White people don't watch Empire. Racists certainly don't watch Empire. And no one knows him, who is a main character, but kind of, whatever. He's the gay character. People aren't watching those scenes. That's why I said, I've always known in that show he was playing himself. He wasn't actually playing whatever. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I'm exposing the whole system. I want you to know that every political journalist in this country was in on the lie. Every single one. And not everyone, but most of them. I want you to go look at my Twitter account, twitter.com/ALI, and I have pictures from the Carter campaign, the Reagan campaign, a very famous poster, George W. Bush's campaign, and Hillary Clinton's campaign. This is a very common technique especially in the primaries in the first 3 or 4 or 5, right? So this happens more in Florida, Michigan, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Iowa than it happens elsewhere. But this is a very common technique. The voters there are familiar with it, and then the political operatives are familiar with it, and then the political journalists are familiar with it. So are the editorial boards. The New Hampshire, the union leader in New Hampshire, or in Iowa. What's the paper in Iowa? Crap, I don't remember right now. I've been in both of them, but those are things you have to understand. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to understand that it was always fake. They all knew it, and there are people who are silent in our system because they are too afraid to challenge it, or they are cooperating with the lie. And this exists everywhere. In finance, when people won't talk about how the Fed actually operates, it's the truth. When people in tech lie about censoring a certain type of people, it's true. I'm just telling you, there are large swaths in industries with hundreds of thousands. Yeah, the Des Moines Register. Thank you. There are industries with hundreds of thousands of people in them, and it almost defies math when everyone is silent. And that's why they kill people. That's why they killed MLK. That's why they killed Malcolm X. That's why they shot Reagan. You know, if you challenge the system, they will try to kill you. That's why they're going to try to kill me. And, you know, we just got to keep saying something's wrong here. Why is everyone acting like a drone or a slave? So I want you to check that out on twitter.com/ALI. I have those. You can click media. If you watch this a couple of days later, you can click media to more quickly find those tweets that just have images embedded in them. But there's 4 examples. You can find examples, you know, Obama country, all these signs exist. And some are from the campaign, and some are from the voters in these early voting states during the primaries. But nobody has ever said MAGA country. You know, it's not a common thing. You know, maybe 100 people in a country of 380 million occupants have said it. But nothing like, you know, the tens of thousands who are familiar with candidate name, country, candidate name, country. And there are a couple of, they're not exceptions to the rule, but they are, oh, James Wood just shared Carpe's video, or Cultures, one of those. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, he just shared Cultures. He just shared Cultures video. Amazing. Amazing. Hold on. Let me send that off. Parts of Appalachia are called coal country. So there is coal country, and there are a couple of other things, but those are geographical ones. And like I said, those have been those have all been organic. So anyway, I just want to give you guys that political knowledge. I love to teach political history, political theory, and political science. And I'm self-taught on everything. I'm an autodidact, and you know, I just wanted you guys to have that information. I hope this was useful to you. If you want to support my work, paypal.me/theali, paypal.me/theali. But I want to let you guys know the system needs to be brought down, and we need to become base. We need to just be honest about what's happening. You know, racism is real. Most of it's in our head. Racialism is more real than racism. Colorism is more real and a threat than both of them. You know, so just think about that. Bye.